You are not born in the arena, not with sand under your feet, not with a blade in your hand, not with thousands screaming for blood. You are born far from Rome, in a poor village the empire barely sees until it wants something from it. Your father works until his back bends. Your mother counts grain like prayer. You grow up learning hunger before you learn war. At 6, you already know what not enough feels like. Not enough bread, not enough oil, not enough hope. At 10, you work in the fields. At 12, you understand that Rome is not a city. It is a shadow, a tax, a hand reaching into your house from far away. When you are 14, the harvest fails. The whole village changes. Men speak less. Women trade what little they own. Children stop laughing as much. At 16, your strength becomes your only real possession. You cannot buy freedom. You cannot inherit safety. So you build the only thing that belongs to you, your body. You carry more, lift more, run farther. Not for glory, for survival. At 17, Rome comes for you. Maybe through conscription. Maybe through punishment. Maybe because someone powerful needs bodies to satisfy someone even more powerful. The details do not matter. You are taken. No speech. No heroics. Just your mother trying not to break. Your father trying not to look weak. And soldiers who will forget your face before sunset. On the road, you stop being a son, then a villager, then a person with a future you recognize. You become transport. You think you are being sent to labor. A mine. A quarry. Some rich man's estate. Then an older captive tells you the truth. The arena. You laugh once. Then you stop, because nobody else does. When you reach the city, Rome smells like smoke, sewage, bread, perfume, and blood. It is bigger than anything you imagined. Louder than storms. Richer than hunger should ever have to witness. And somewhere inside it are the arenas. You are sold. Your shoulders are checked. Your teeth looked at. Your scars counted. Men discuss your body like livestock. That is the first real death. Not of flesh, of dignity. Your new owner is a lanista, a trainer, a merchant, a man who makes profit from fear and skill. He does not see your family. He does not see your life. He sees investment. You are taken to the ludus, the Gladiator school, a prison with structure, a factory for violence, high walls, hard beds, training yard, cells that are not called cells. There are others like you, Gauls, Thracians, Greeks, Numidians, men with broken noses, old scars, dead eyes, joking eyes, praying eyes. Some were soldiers, some were criminals, some were simply unlucky. You learn the rules fast. Obey, train, survive. At first they do not give you steel, only wood, wooden sword, wooden shield, again and again. Footwork, breath, balance, distance, guard, strike, reset, again, again, again. Pain becomes language. Men break in training, some physically, some mentally. One tries to run. They bring him back. After that, nobody speaks during supper. At 18, your body is no longer a farmer's body. It is built for spectacle, built for speed, built for killing if needed. And then you learn the ugliest truth. The arena is not about war, it is about performance. You are not only expected to fight, you are expected to make death entertaining. That is worse. You are given a fighting style, specific armor, specific weapons, a role for the crowd. Your first time in the arena is not before the emperor, just a smaller crowd, a smaller city, a smaller death if things go wrong. You wait behind the gate. Your mouth is dry. Your heart is loud. Then the gate opens. Light. Noise. Sand. The arena is too bright. The crowd too alive. Every face waiting for something from you. Across from you is another man. And that is the worst part. He is not a monster. He is you, with another name. The fight begins ugly. Too much fear. Too much breath. Too much tension. He swings. You block. You stumble. The crowd reacts to every almost death like it belongs to them. Then training takes over. A turn, a strike, a wound. He falls badly. He looks up at you. And in that moment, thousands of people want to see what kind of man you are. You finish it. The crowd erupts. Afterward, you vomit behind the gate. An older gladiator hands you water and says, "The second time will be easier." He's wrong. It is never easier, only more familiar. You survive more fights, then more. You learn timing, distance, how to hide fatigue, how to make a crowd love you for staying alive. That frightens you too. Because one day, you realize you are no longer shocked by the applause. You are using it. Your name changes. Not the one your mother gave you. A new one. A marketable one. A name for gamblers and drunks and men who want legends more than truth. Fame comes. Better food. Better treatment. Better odds, sometimes. But fame in the arena is just a polished chain. The famous live better, so they can die brighter. At 22, you are experienced enough to be dangerous. That means the matches get harder. Bigger opponents, smarter opponents, faster opponents. Hotter days. Worse odds. Every victory buys another risk. Scars multiply. A thigh cut that never heals cleanly. A shoulder that clicks. 2 fingers that never fully close again. The body remembers every price. 1 year, a friend dies in the arena. Not your brother, not your kin, but close enough. He joked before matches, prayed after them, carved marks into the wall for every victory. He dies well. Which is to say, horribly. But in a way the crowd enjoys. By the next week, another man is sleeping in his place. That is the arena. No one is irreplaceable except in memory, and memory has no market value. At 27, a great official comes to watch. The arena is full. The card is stacked. You are chosen for the main fight. Of course you are. That means danger wrapped in ceremony. Your opponent is younger, larger, fast, made for spectacle. The fight is long, too long, the worst kind. The kind where every muscle turns to fire and every breath feels borrowed. He cuts you. You cut him back. The crowd rises and falls like weather. By the end, there is no elegance left. Only refusal. The pure refusal to die before the body absolutely must. You win by a movement so small, most people barely understand it, until he is already falling. Then, the arena explodes. Again that roar. Again that terrible reward for surviving. Afterward, your owner embraces you in public like a proud father. He's not proud. He is profitable. Years later, you receive what almost no one truly expects. Freedom. A wooden sword. A ceremony. Applause. The crowd cheers because freedom is a beautiful ending when it happens to someone else. But when they place the token in your hand, something in you really does break open. Because false freedom is still lighter than chains. Because your next fight is no longer already scheduled in another man's ledger. But freedom comes strangely. You can leave the school. You can choose your work. You can keep your coin. And still you wake before dawn. Still scan every room. Still hear the gate opening in your dreams. The arena leaves slower than iron. Maybe you become a trainer. Maybe a guard. Maybe a man who teaches boys how not to die for sport. You grow older. The body stiffens. Old scars ache in the cold. Your knees speak before storms. Young men ask what it felt like to stand in the arena. You never know how much truth to give them. At 40, Rome is still Rome. New rulers. Same appetite. Somewhere, boys are still being bought. Somewhere, crowds still cheer, because 2 frightened men are making death look beautiful. You hear the roar from a distant arena one day and stop walking. For a second, you are young again. Sand in your mouth, sun in your eyes, blood on your hands. Then it passes. You keep walking. That may be the greatest victory of your life. Not the fights you won. The fact that you learned how to leave them behind. In old age, peace does not arrive like triumph. No gods, no apology, no justice. It comes quietly. Bread on your own table. A door no one locks from the outside. A morning with no orders. The sound of a crowd that no longer owns you. You were not born in the arena. You were made there. Fear by fear. Scar by scar. Fight by fight. And that was the cruelest part. Not that they wanted your blood, that they taught you to survive it so well, part of you almost forgot life was never supposed to look like that. Now the sun is low. The crowd is somewhere else. The sand is drinking other men's blood. And you are here. Older. Breathing. Free. Not clean. Never clean. But free. And for a man like you, that is the closest thing the world ever had to mercy.